of the 2,977 victims killed in the September 11th attacks, 412 were emergency workers in New York City who responded to the World Trade Center. And now, 20 years later, we're hearing the accounts of the heroes who survived at Ground Zero. Joining us for more on this is 9/11 law enforcement first responder and founder and president of Invest USA, Michael Letts. Good morning, Michael.
Good morning. It's a delight to be with you this morning.
Same. Michael, within 48 hours after the collapse of the Twin Towers, you were at Ground Zero for search and rescue operations. Tell us about the magnitude and scale of this tragic disaster.
I think it really was overwhelming to begin with. I think everyone can remember where they were at. They first began to see the film and the footage that was coming in showing the devastation. But one of the things I wanted to stress is the spirit of the American people. Because of that spirit, those watching knew that they needed to respond. Those trained knew that they were going to need to go to that area, provide assistance. Chaplains would be needed to help continue to encourage and to guide as we work through the process together. When you arrived on the scene, the smell, the magnitude of the devastation really was quite overwhelming.
Yeah, you talk about all the people that did. They ran towards the buildings instead of away. One issue, Michael, that still haunts you following the 9/11 attacks is the interoperability challenges. They say it could have saved more lives on that dreadful day had you not encountered so many radio communication challenges. Talk to us about that.
Well, of course, that's one of the main points in the 9/11 Commission findings. But interoperability has always been a challenge to first responders across this great country. Because in prior years, you pretty much took care of the crime or the issue in your own jurisdiction. But now we have to reach out as a brotherhood, and we have to help each other across the street. And you can't do that if you can't communicate. And that's what happened here at the World Trade Center. When the call and the signal went out to evacuate the buildings, many of those first responders didn't get that call because they were on the same frequency, we're on the same channel. And so we lost a lot of life needlessly because of that. And unfortunately, I'm here to report to you today that we still have not addressed that issue as a country. I think it shows that we have lost our priorities, that the value of our first responders. They truly are America's heroes. I only represent the spirit of what first responders are all about. And that's saving the lives of the people that they serve. And I think because of that, they deserve to have at least the equipment that they need to come home safely to their families.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talk about this $3.5 trillion infrastructure bill. But is there any money in there for this?
There isn't. Typically, what has happened, what we see consistently, is law enforcement is placed to the bottom. First responders are placed to the bottom. They're always asked the most out of them, pay them the least, and give them the least amount of equipment to do the job. And that's got to change because of just what your guest previously, the congressman, had said, if the debacle in Afghanistan and all the information and all the lies that are coming out about it now, we are now the thin front line for additional terrorism attacks in this country. Yeah. And we've got to have the resources to be able to respond.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, Michael, your organization, Invest USA, it's a national grassroots nonprofit, and it's helped hundreds of communities provide thousands of bulletproof vests for their police forces through educational, public relations, sponsorship, and fundraising programs. How did you get it started, and how can people get involved?
Well, it was interesting. I started this in 1993 when I had a Kiwanis Club breakfast, and one of the officers was teaching. He wanted to be a police officer. And somebody asked him where his vest was, and he said the department didn't provide him. I was awestruck by that. So we researched and found out that 52% of officers across the country did not have any vests. And now currently 92% of officers across this great country of ours don't have active shooter vests, which is a vest that will protect against a rifle round. So we're sending these young men and women into the line of fire without the proper equipment, and that's just morally outrageous.
Yeah, absolutely. And if people want to donate, how can they do that?
They can go to our website, investusa.org. It is a charity, so that's .org, invest.org. And there'll be all kind of great ways that they can get involved. They can make donations. I tell folks the thin line is breaking. It cannot fix itself. The only way we can secure the freedoms for this country is if American people rally behind their first responders. So I tell them, go out and tell a first responder, hey, thank you for the job you do. I got your back just like you got ours. You'd be amazed what it will do for them around.
Yeah, that is so important. You are right, Michael. These men and women, they're putting their lives on the line and certainly not seeing the respect that they deserve. Michael Letts, thank you so much for coming on, sharing your story and what you're doing.
My honor. You have a great day. God bless America.
You too, sir.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.